welcome back to the Sherwood Urban Farm. My name is Bridget, and in today's video I'm going to show you why I am digging in my no-dig garden. Right, so in this bed I have very sandy soil and I keep putting compost on the top, but my problem is that I'm now at the top of the bed. So if I add even more compost on, then it just sort of comes over into the path, and that is a problem. But let me show you what the problem is actually with this sandy soil. If you come and look here, if I water this, so I'll give this a nice water. You see what's happening here? You see how it's like it doesn't go in, and you have to water and water, and then you come back and you water again, and then it is still like that, and then you dig down and then it is still dry. So you spend like ages watering, you use a lot of water, and I don't know where the water goes. So my plan is, I have a raised bed that is needing to be raised up inside with the soil, because I just used organic matter, and then this organic matter has now decomposed, and so now I'm sitting with my plants down the bottom there. And I think I've done now with butternut. I think I've got enough butternut, and I'm going to just take out everything there. Then I'm going to take this sand. This is like inorganic matter, and then I'm going to fill it over there. Then I've got compost, and I'm going to put on at least, I don't know, like a 20 centimeter layer of compost on the top. Another reason why I want to remove that soil out of there, that inorganic matter, is because I realized in my raised beds I had like the most amazing growth. Even like if I compare the eggplants in the raised beds compared to the eggplants that are in the soil here, the difference is astounding. Maybe it's got to do with it's maybe a bit too hot where they are now, or because the sweet potatoes are crowding them, I don't know. But the growth in those things were just amazing. And the only thing I can think of is because they were just rooted into pure compost. So my plan is, if I can, I'm solving two problems here. My one problem is I need to have some sandy soil in my raised beds. Then I'm going to put compost on top of that. And I need to remove this sandy soil and put compost in here. So then I am sort of hitting two flowers with one shot. You know what I'm saying? Right, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse, and I'm going to dig out this, I'm going to put it in there, and then I'm going to fill it up with compost. That was hard work. That is why I don't dig or turn my compost in or till whatever like a plow. That's why I don't do it. No, because it's hard work. But this is a once-off, and that's why I'm digging. Okay, so if we have a look in here, you can see how deep the level is and how much it is dropped in here. I've still got, what have I got here? I've still got, these are bell peppers. And I'm thinking what I will do is I'm going to pot them up, and then I'll overwinter them in the greenhouse. And I have got a granadilla there, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I'm just actually going to, it must see, if it dies, it dies. I'm going to just fill it in and it must just survive. There is one butternut here. It probably could stay longer on the vine, but it's not growing anymore. So I'm gonna harvest it now. So I'm just gonna harvest this one now, and I'm gonna dry it in the kitchen. It's a nice one. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna say goodbye to this butternut plant. It looks great, it's still looking great, but I want to start planting other things in here now, and it's not making any female flowers. So there it is. So I've potted up my bell peppers, and I've taken out the vines of the butternut. I could probably just chuck it in here as well. Anyways, and then just let it decompose underneath. But now I'm going to put the sand inside the bed. This is going to be a job. That full wheelbarrow, it's filled that little section. I'll show you. Come look at this. So it's just filled that. I think it's gonna take three wheelbarrows to fill it to that height, possibly 4 if I want a little bit higher, and then I fill the rest up with compost. I could probably get away with it by filling the rest with compost, but it's still the compost eventually, it also just drops. So I want to have a decent amount of inorganic matter in here to prevent it from dropping so much every time I grow in it. I don't know how anything actually grew in this. This is sand, and it is so dry here. I think that before I put my compost down, I'm going to wet it. I'm going to give it a good soaking, and then I'll put my compost down. So then I know that it's nice and wet all the way through. And then I'm going to plant my radishes in here. Yeah, no, this is typical Port Elizabeth ground. This is what we've got. We've got sand. And I know that a lot of guys that do no dig, they say you can happily grow in soil like this. But my problem was, it was getting too high, and every time I add any kind of organic matter, I can only add a very little bit, because otherwise it's going off the sides. So I'm going to load in this compost now, and then I'm going to plant my radishes. Let's take a look at this. This is beautiful. I don't know if you can see the earthworms now. I think they've all gone in now, but yeah, there's some. Anyway, they're in here. There were lots, and now this is beautiful soil. This is, well, it's just beautiful compost. And there is always this myth. Oh, there's a little guy. There's this myth that you can't grow straight into compost, and it's going to burn your roots. That is such rubbish. This is the best stuff to grow in. That's all I can say. Here we go. Look at that. There's the little guy. So I just want to point out, this is not something that you're going to do on a regular basis. You know, I'm just going to top up every so often as I feel I need to, with a layer of compost, maybe even like just 2 centimeters. So this exercise of digging out that sand is not something that I would recommend that you do every time you want to grow something in your vegetable garden. This is kind of just a once-off, you know, because it was just getting to the point where I couldn't even put organic matter on the top of the bed anymore. It had reached the top of the bricks, and then it would just sort of overflow into the path, and that's no good. All right, so now I'm going to planting my radishes, and then we'll be done. There we go, I've got my radish in now, and I feel so much better. Every time I watered this bed, then I was just like, oh, the water's just running off, it's not going in. I don't know how anything's going to grow here. I mean, the maize did very well. Who knew? Anyways, there it is, it's done. So guys, thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end. And if you thought it was useful, please share it with your friends and like and subscribe. And I hope you have a fabulous day further, and I'll see you in the next video.